When Game of Thrones hit our screens, it gave us unforgettable heroes and villains, but none more despised than King Joffrey Baratheon. With his cruel smile and golden hair, Joffrey quickly became the most hated character in Westeros, and in living rooms everywhere. Jack Gleeson, the Irish actor behind Joffrey, stunned audiences with a performance so convincing, people struggled to separate him from his character. Gleeson wasn't new to acting. He'd appeared in films like Batman Begins, but Joffrey was a different beast. Media. Joffrey Baratheon acting spoiled on throne, Joffrey Baratheon ordering someone with arrogant gesture, a spoiled, sadistic boy with unchecked power. Every time Joffrey appeared, viewers braced for something awful. Gleeson's talent made Joffrey more than a simple villain. He became a symbol of what happens when power falls into the wrong hands. Joffrey wasn't a mastermind or a warrior, just a boy who enjoyed cruelty, making him terrifyingly real. Gleeson's chilling performance, his voice, his eyes, his posture, made Joffrey unforgettable. Over 4 seasons, he turned Joffrey into the face of pure evil, a character audiences truly loved to hate. The fact that Gleeson himself was friendly and thoughtful only made his transformation more impressive. He showed that great acting isn't about being like your character, but about understanding them, even when they're a monster. Joffrey's legacy endures as one of TV's most iconic villains, and it's all thanks to the young actor who brought him to life. To play Joffrey, Jack Gleeson had to get inside the mind of a monster. He didn't see Joffrey as pure evil, but as a product of a toxic upbringing, an insecure boy desperate for approval. Joffrey's cruelty, Gleeson believed, came from weakness, not strength. He was a classic bully, powerful on the outside but small and unloved inside. Joffrey wanted love from his mother and respect from his uncle Tyrion, but got neither, so he lashed out. Gleeson also focused on Joffrey's total lack of empathy. To Joffrey, people were just objects to control or destroy. That's why he could order Ned Stark's death without a flicker of guilt. Gleeson's cold, blank stares made Joffrey's emptiness chillingly real. He built the character from the inside out, knowing Joffrey's fears and twisted desires. When challenged, Joffrey responded with rage. When praised, he puffed up with pride. This deep psychological work made Joffrey believable, not just hateful. Gleeson didn't just recite lines, he embodied a broken, dangerous boy. That's what made Joffrey one of TV's most terrifying villains, and why audiences couldn't look away. Creating Joffrey took more than understanding his mind. It required inspiration from history and film. Gleeson studied John Hurt's Caligula in I, Claudius, and Joaquin Phoenix's Commodus in Gladiator, both young, unstable rulers desperate for approval. He borrowed Caligula's unpredictability and Commodus's sneer, making them Joffrey's trademarks. Gleeson also drew from real-life bullies, channeling their insecurity and need for control. By amplifying these traits, he made Joffrey disturbingly familiar. Preparation was intense. Gleeson dissected every script, working closely with directors to perfect Joffrey's nastiness. The more audiences hated Joffrey, the better he was doing his job. Every detail, from posture to facial expressions, was carefully crafted. Gleeson's smart use of inspiration and meticulous preparation built a villain who felt both larger than life and uncomfortably real. Joffrey became unforgettable because every moment was designed to make your skin crawl. That's the mark of a truly great villain. Playing Joffrey was a huge challenge for Jack Gleeson, who was nothing like the character he portrayed. He had to access dark emotions on cue, then leave them behind when the camera stopped rolling. Gleeson approached the role as a craft, not a lifestyle. No method acting, just technical precision. He developed Joffrey's stiff, arrogant posture and signature sneer, using body language to project menace. His voice shifted from whiny to icy depending on Joffrey's mood. This technical approach let him deliver a powerful performance without letting the role affect him personally. Maintaining Joffrey's awfulness over 4 seasons was no small feat. As Gleeson matured, he kept Joffrey's core, an insecure, angry boy, consistent. The payoff? Joffrey's death at the Purple Wedding became one of TV's most satisfying moments. Audiences cheered, a testament to how perfectly Gleeson played the villain. He made Joffrey's downfall feel earned after years of torment. That's the power of a great performance, and why Joffrey remains unforgettable. The hatred for Joffrey was intense, so much so that even George R.R. Martin congratulated the showrunners. Everyone hates the kid. Jack Gleeson's performance was so convincing, some fans couldn't separate him from his character. He was shouted at on the street and given dirty looks, but Gleeson took it in stride, seeing it as a strange compliment. He treated the phenomenon with humor and curiosity, even reading academic theories about Joffrey's unpopularity at fan conventions. Gleeson's calm, thoughtful response helped fans see the real person behind the monster. He never complained about the negative attention, understanding it was part of the job. But the experience made him question celebrity culture and the value of fame. Gleeson found the attention uncomfortable and saw the downsides of being recognized everywhere. Instead of chasing more fame, he began to rethink his future. The world's hatred for Joffrey was proof of his success, but it also pushed Gleeson away from the spotlight. He realized that being a great actor didn't mean enjoying fame. Sometimes it meant knowing when to step back. Gleeson's experience became a lesson in the strange power of television, and in the cost of playing a truly iconic villain. For him, the price of success was a new perspective on what really matters. After Joffrey's dramatic death, Jack Gleeson shocked fans by retiring from professional acting at just 21. Instead of chasing Hollywood roles, he returned to his studies at Trinity College Dublin, seeking a normal life. Gleeson explained that acting had become a job, not a joy, and he disliked the pressures of fame. He co-founded a small theater company, Collapsing Horse, focusing on experimental plays and puppet shows, far from the glare of global stardom. Gleeson chose creativity and fulfillment over celebrity, showing rare self-awareness for someone so young. He proved that success isn't about fame, but about doing what makes you happy. For years, he enjoyed a quieter life, only recently returning to small TV roles. His break from the industry was a statement: happiness matters more than headlines. Gleeson's journey inspired others to rethink what it means to be successful. He taught us that walking away can be the bravest choice of all, and that true fulfillment comes from following your own path. Years after his final scene, Jack Gleeson's Joffrey remains one of TV's most iconic villains. Joffrey set a new standard, a petty, cowardly boy with absolute power, uniquely terrifying and unforgettable. Gleeson's performance became cultural shorthand for spoiled, cruel leaders. The sneer, the voice, the cold stare, these details are etched in pop culture. He inspired other actors to take risks, proving you don't have to be liked to be great. Joffrey's legacy raised the bar for villains in fantasy and drama. Gleeson's decision to step away at his peak added to his mystique. He became the brilliant actor who vanished, making his performance even more legendary. The shadow of the Boy King lingers, a testament to both the character's evil and the actor's unique journey. Joffrey's name is still invoked to describe real-life tyrants. That's the power of a truly great villain, and the mark of a performance that changed television. Gleeson's Joffrey will never be forgotten. Playing Joffrey was more than a role. It was a crash course in human nature, fame, and storytelling for Jack Gleeson. He learned that evil often comes from insecurity and a need for validation, not grand schemes. To play Joffrey honestly, Gleeson had to find empathy for the character, understanding his twisted perspective. This taught him that everyone believes they're the hero of their own story, no matter how flawed. Gleeson also saw how audiences blur the line between actor and character, making him critical of celebrity culture. He spoke out about the dangers of fame, choosing to prioritize his own values and happiness. The experience sharpened his craft, using body, voice, and expression to build a character. He carried these lessons into his theater work, valuing collaboration and authenticity. The Iron Throne was a tough place, but it gave Gleeson wisdom beyond his years, and it shaped him as both an artist and a person. Jack Gleeson's Joffrey didn't just create a memorable villain, he changed what TV villains could be. Before Joffrey, many villains were charming anti-heroes. Joffrey was pure, unapologetic cruelty. Gleeson made it impossible to root for him, raising the emotional stakes for the heroes. His performance proved that a villain doesn't need to be likable to be compelling. Joffrey's awfulness made the audience desperate for justice, fueling the show's drama. This new kind of villain, one you simply hate, opened doors for more realistic, unsettling antagonists on TV. Gleeson's work showed that hatred can be as powerful as admiration in storytelling. He proved that sometimes the most effective villain is the one who makes your skin crawl. Through deep preparation and technical skill, he created a villain for the ages. Joffrey became a symbol of petty tyranny, forever changing the landscape of TV drama. The Boy King is gone, but the legacy of Gleeson's performance endures. He redefined villainy and set a new standard for what it means to be truly unforgettable. And that's why Joffrey Baratheon will always cast a long shadow over television history.